Hello everyone, Dragon84 here and welcome back to another Luck Be a Landlord video. So I just put my son to bed and in 6 hours there's a new update. That means that by the time that you see this video, there will be a new update. I hope there won't be too many changes. I think this one is focused on modding. So that's the thing. It's not part of the game that I'm especially interested in, but it's cool that it's going to be there. I'm also still kind of expecting the dove to get nerfed, but we'll see. I haven't really played with the dove anymore since then, so I don't know. I mean, my experience with the symbol has been kind of limited. So we have 40, we need to pay 25, so we're a little bit ahead. We've had some good symbols. So Hexa Draining is fine. Early on I really like Hexa Draining. There's Nori the Rabbit. Nori the Rabbit is just one of the best items. Might be the best common item, but kind of difficult to say. We don't want a piñata, we don't want an egg, but we do want a milk. The light bulb is going to remove itself at some point. Dwarf and oyster are not in the top things that I want right now, so yeah, pufferfish is just a 2-value symbol, and we're still definitely in the market for 2-value symbols. I mean, we have a bunch that we're trying to remove at some point, so fine. Could actually go for magpie. Don't think we really need it. Let's skip. I mean, early on, if you get to skip or take items that aren't going to be in your final build, that's usually going to be good for you. We have 101. That means that we're full rent payment ahead. Doesn't mean that we're going to stay full rent payment ahead. Alright, I want a 2-value symbol. I mean, buffing capsule this early is just not good. Guillotine. Last time I didn't pick this, I regretted it a little bit, but I'm just gonna go for the adoption papers. I mean, if we can find a rabbit or something similar. I mean, slot is fine. It's just a 2-value symbol. None of these help us, so let's skip. And no rabbits. Yeah, we don't need to pick something up here, right? No, we found a slot. That's fine. The slot does really make us want to find a checkered flag, but it's not something that we need. I mean, slot is fine on its own, right? It's just a 2-value symbol, and that's good enough for now. Right, we are definitely ahead. We really want to try to stay ahead, but I'm not seeing the best symbols here. Well, Ninja is fine. Nothing wrong with Ninja. I mean, we still want 2-value symbols. We're making 18. That's pretty good, and I think we're over 150, which means that we're still a full rent payment ahead. That's kind of good. I'm still in the market for a 2-value symbol, I think. Could also pick an essence capsule, but I think early on Sapphire is just pretty good. There's Pizza Cat. Pizza the Cat makes all our cats better. We only have one. We could have picked up more, but wasn't really in the cards. We're ahead, so a call is pretty good. 22 is good. Yeah, none of these help us, but we are far enough ahead that we're not worried at all about what we're doing. So cat is a 2-value symbol, which is fine right now. We could find more things that make our cats better. We could pick up a second goal, but we have so many duds. I think that's a risk that we can't really take here. Alright, milk for our 2 cats. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. 30 to spin, that's also pretty good. Yeah, we're not full rent payment ahead anymore, so we need to make sure that we keep on doing better. Right, our first essence. So Nori the Rabbit essence makes rabbits give 1.5x more, and rabbit fluffs 2, which is good. We have Nori the Rabbit, and this would work very well with that. Clear sky, we don't have a sun or a moon. We need both to turn this on. Grey pepper is just 30. I mean, alright, we're ahead, so I think we're gonna grab Nori the Rabbit here. a Nori the Rabbit essence. It's very good with Nori the Rabbit. Not 100% sure if it's correct, but it's fine. We're not a full rent payment ahead, but I think we get to pick this one here. Oh, this is kind of bad. I'm probably going to pick a Guillotine over Kaldekernite here, but I'm not really expecting it to do a lot for us. Alright, we have 21 symbols. One of them is going to remove itself right now. So I don't really want to remove anything. Actually, I kind of do, but I don't know if it's good for me. Alright, let's just do it. Might mean that we end up with an empty. Oh, the light bulb removed itself too. It's 12 to spin, but that stands to reason. I think I actually want to reroll here just to find something good. That's not something good. That's fine. I think our chances to find something relevant were pretty good. I'm gonna go for a 3-sided die. I still want just symbols that stay, and it's going to be worth more than 8 even before the next rent cycle. Oh, Bartender, that's interesting. So we need 3 value symbols. We skipped a lot of dwarves. So this means that we're looking for another dwarf, and I mean the amount of dwarves that you're going to see isn't dependent on the number of dwarves that you have already seen, but it's that time where you're like, alright, I just wish I had picked a dwarf. But you know, we need to actually make a lot of money here. I don't know if we're making this. It would be interesting if we're not making it. Wow, we missed. That's interesting. So what actually happened here? I mean, we picked 2 things that didn't help us, 3 things. The cat helped us, and the goal would have helped us eventually, but we never got to break our lockbox open. We had a lot of early game symbols, but we didn't really see a lot that was better than 1. This is really interesting. I'm not sure what exactly I could have done better. We missed by 10, so we should probably have picked up symbols more aggressively, but I don't know exactly what symbols I could have gotten. That said, I mean, we're in a good mood. We only have played for 7.5 minutes, so we're just going to retry. In my off time, I want to run at level 15, so we're not that much behind. Let's just win this one. Even if you play well, you can still just get in a position where you're where things just don't work out, and that's fine. Anchor is good. Alright, we're not as much ahead as we were. I mean, maybe because we were ahead, we got kind of a false sense of security, maybe. Snail is fine, I guess. Let's take a grab, and none of these are interesting, so we have a lot of animals now. That's interesting. But we also see a lot of things that don't really help us. I don't think we need to pick something up here. Although we could. No, I'm just gonna skip. Okay, we're doing well enough. We really want more crabs now, I think. Present is free. I mean, before it's going to break before we run out of empty spaces. Cultist isn't really good. I mean, whenever I have a crab, I don't pick up Cultist. That's just that simple. Could pick up a Gambler, but let's just pick up our first call. I mean, call is just so good. It can just make a run on its own. We have an okay amount of money. There's Pizza the Cat again. There's Triple Coins. Triple Coins is better right now than Pizza the Cat, but Pizza the Cat can be better later. I'm gonna go for the Triple Coins just to make sure that our current coin is going to be fine. None of these are all that interesting. I mean, Puffing Capsule is going to give us like 2. Yeah, that's not great. Our key for the lockbox that we had last run. Good. We probably still want it. I mean, we need to survive this rent payment. I think we're doing that actually, so that's okay. Void Creature, 24. I mean, we're not really that much ahead, but we're still in the game. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna skip here. We have a lot of garbage already, and we don't want it to get in the way eventually. But a 2 value symbol is definitely welcome at this point. 18. 18 is not a lot, but we are a little bit ahead. Not a full rent payment. So let's just see what happens. So we probably want to target here. I mean, void creature. Yeah. Alright, we have a bear, so Maxwell the bear is pretty good. And now we have 21 symbols. Our present is going to go away in a second, but we can just remove the flower because we're gonna have to remove it at some point anyway. Alright, 25. Yeah, another 2 value symbol. I mean, we still want to load up on 2 value symbol, and we actually have 2 3 value symbols right now, so that's actually decent. Right, there's the present. 32. I mean, that's one good spin. Right, we need to make 45 in 3 spins. That's 15 every spin. We're making that. That's good. Yeah, 22. We're still a little bit ahead. I don't want the second call. I mean, you saw what happened last run. We actually didn't pick up the second call, and we still came up short. So you really have to be wary of what could happen. Alright, we have already made our rent. So this one is a bonus. 175, which means that we're definitely not a full rent payment ahead. Compost heap essence is extremely good if you get to do it. We have a lot of ways that we could maybe use it, and I think it's enough better than brown pepper. I mean, brown pepper gives us 10, and 10 is okay, but I mean, we need to make 207 spins. And how much is that? 200 divided by 7. We need to make 29 every spin. I mean, brown pepper isn't going to be that much of a factor there. And I mean, copycat essence is insane, but if you actually manage to get all of those cats, and I don't think that's reasonable right now. So let's just grab the compost heap. If we manage to use it, then it's going to be very good for us. These are all bad. And there's a bronze arrow or a 5-sided die. I think we need a 5-sided die because it's a 3 value symbol. It kind of sucks to skip on the bronze arrow. I mean, bronze arrow would get rid of our target at some point, which is good. And the problem is that our symbols are just not good enough that doubling them with a bronze arrow is going to be extremely good. So for now it's 5-sided die. Purple pepper is always going to pay out because we have all of those dots. So purple pepper, very, very good here. At floor 15, purple pepper is just extremely good. Probably still an orange. I want to kind of look out for taking too many symbols, and we have a lot of 2 value symbols. I mean, chicken is just bad right now, so let's skip on that. We do want to activate the compost heap at some point, but we'll get there. Alright, let's see how much we need to make here. 225 minus 104 divided by 4 is 30. Well, actually 31. But we need to make 31 one of the spins and 30 all of the other spins. That's a lot. It probably means that we need another 2 value symbol. It kind of sucks. 28. We're actually kind of close. So let's grab a void creature to try and get us over the last hump. 38. That's good. None of these help us, so that. I mean, we could pick up a tedium capsule and hope for the best, but I don't know if that's even good. 225 minus 168 divided by 2. 29. I'm not sure if we're making 29 every spin. How did we get in this situation? Our snail isn't going to pay out anymore before we pay rent. Do we need the tedium capsule? Just for 5 extra money? Maybe. I mean, it gives 5. That's better than all of the other things that we have. 29. 29 is okay, but right, there's a wine. Wine is eventually going to be very good. It's just a 2 value symbol now. So we have barely made rent, but we have made it. Alright, let's see what happens. Matrushka is very slow. I don't know if it's going to help us at all. I think we just need to reroll here. Wow, we're not doing as well as I want to. Yeah, let's reroll and see what happens. Exit draining is probably fine. We have so many 2 value symbols. Right, oh wait, we have the key, so we need to grab the safe. Green pepper is extremely good with all of the dots, so that's good. And we have 25 symbols, so we definitely want to remove something. Not the coin for once. So probably either the cherry or the monkey or the crab maybe. Now let's remove the cat actually. I mean, it's kind of difficult. I'm trying to optimize compost heap, and that means that we're thinking about Mrs. Fruit. We're thinking of coconuts, diver. Diver actually doesn't work with compost heap, so maybe removing the crab is just the best option here. Probably. Alright, let's do it. Our dots are going to go away pretty soon. That's also good. 63. Void fruit is the best thing we can do right now. We're gonna have a diamond next spin. That's also good. 41. I mean, we have some good spins. The problem is that these are all temporary gains and we need something to really carry us through. I'm gonna pick up the rabbit fluff, I think. But let's calculate. We need to make 39 every spin. That's a lot of money. Right. Let's grab the rabbit fluff. We're going to lose some of our dots, so I don't know. I mean, none of these are helping us, right? So next spin, we're going to lose one of our dots. And I need to skip here. Right, there's our diamond. 41. I mean, 41 is good. There's the second scrap. I mean, we just removed the first one, so that's the perfect time for the second one to pop up. Yeah, none of these symbols help us in any way, so I don't know what else to do. We need to make 43. Oh wait, that's actually decent. I don't know if it's good enough, but it's decent, I guess. Yeah, none of these help us, so we need to skip again, and we need to make a bunch of money. 40. We've missed by 6. So, that's 2 losses. I actually didn't expect that. I mean, the game didn't give us anything great. I'm wondering if I skipped any coins. I'm going to rewatch the episode and see if I skipped any coins to make the triple coins work for us, because those are just symbols that you don't take them that often. So it's possible that I just completely missed them and I was like, oh, alright, that's a 1 value symbol. I'm not even going to look at that. Don't think I skipped any bears. I mean, actually the bear was fine for us. It gave us a 3 value symbol. The coin gave us a 3 value symbol, and we had a lot of 1 value symbols. Eventually we got the diamond and even the wine, the 5-sided die, but nothing that we had really paid us a lot. The purple pepper and the green pepper were okay too to keep us in the game. But once you're at this point, at some point you just need something to start carrying you, and we didn't see any rares. We didn't see anything that really scales for us. I'm going to look at these 2 runs and try to figure out what I could have done differently, because these are very interesting runs to analyze, I think. I mean, we got a lot of temporary gains to stay in the game, but not a lot to actually get us to the end. interesting. Very interesting runs. For sake of argument, let's see how we're doing here. We still want to be above 60% win rate. 61.3% win rate. So it's within our accepted margins. Interesting runs. We short episode, 2 failures. Happens sometimes. In any case, interesting runs. I'm very interested to see what kind of balance change the update brings. And I will see you next time in another Luck Be a Landlord video with the new update. So, goodbye!